We're recording on this computer. Okay,
Perfect.
let's watch this.
Nice.
There's a whole bunch of things going on in there. But we're just
Fancy.
interested in the stuff on the ground, right?
So guided path, then
Like
the
this stuff,
infection
yeah.
solver out of it.
Well, we can use the infection solver to move it, but we've also got, like, we could use slime mold stuff. Okay, I know the basics of that. And that'll give you the branching paths.
Okay.
And we can take it into 3D as well if you want. So do you want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
That's enough copyright infringement for one day. Where should we start?
Okay, so
Flat plane is probably a good start.
sure. Are most of these based on directed path? Like you want a specific path for the
Well, no, I mean
thing to take?
that's the thing, right? What you do is you it's like a directed agent, right? I'll set one up real quick. So what you do is you take yourself a plane. This
Okay.
128 would be good for a quick showcase. So it's basically as I understand it, and me being me, I don't understand everything. Thank God I should put anti-aliasing before your eyes melt.
That would help.
So pick a random point in the plane to start with, right? Or just get the first one.
And just random is good.
Okay, so I need to write a quick choose from random array node. I need to learn how to spell compound. Yeah,
It's a hard thing.
I see that you're still sucky today.
Wait. Okay. Right. I see.
And a value an array.
Did you change the index to 1?
Wait, why
No,
would I do
never
that?
mind. Yeah, you want the first one.
I can if you want. I mean, that's that out.
Or expose the C, that doesn't matter. Cool.
Ah,
Okay, so that's a random point in the
could be a random point from the array. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just chooses a
So
random point.
right. So you want to start from this point and go in random directions or guided directions?
Well, no, what the way that I learned how to do it is this. You then take take a fractal noise field, sample that field, that one. I seem to have drunk fingers today. And we do a little bit of like fluffing and stuff. So
Use it as a color on the plane so we can actually see what's happening.
and why haven't we made a node to do this yet? I do it so much.
I know.
Right?
Wait, do I have one? No, even I haven't made one. I just do it manually.
Yeah.
Ah,
0 to 1, and then we just do a It's my machine. I get to use my shit.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, round switch.
No, not terminal.
What are you doing?
I don't.
Nice. There we go.
So yeah, you got some nice random stuff going on. So I can like make it more detailed or less detailed. I can do a frequency thing. This one nice and fast. Something like that. Something like that.
Mhm.
And then what this guy becomes is basically food, right?
Okay.
Now let's just change the ramp so we get a better look. Monochrome's good, maybe, or red to green. Red to green's always fun, right? So in this case, blue is high, red is low. And kind of happily adjust that if you want. So what you do is you do it's a point solver, right? It's the simplest thing is a point solver. So you start points at a certain point, which is like I guess here,
So random
and
okay.
every time around the loop, you have them examine the points around them, right? So basically sample the field at their position.
Okay.
And have them try and move towards the closest concentration of food.
Okay.
Right. And then once and the last thing you do is then you then change your color array so that it's black where the food was. So there's no more food there. And eventually they'll just eat all of this.
Sounds like this is like an infection solver in a way.
It kind of is, but it's a bit more directed because that does not have to be a fractal, right?
Right.
Now to take,
paint a
yeah,
path.
you can paint a path, right? But to take it to the next level, which is what I'm keep talking about slime, which apparently is what my brain has turned into today. To take it to the next level, what you do then is you introduce some behavior into these guys that say, okay, I'm going to eat, but I'm also going to poop, right?
Okay.
So it poops out a little bit of food.
That would be
right?
the slime thing that's going to grow on top.
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
it poops out a little bit of food. And so as it makes its way towards the highest concentration of food, it's leaving droppings.
Okay.
That other particles can eat, right? Or other points can eat.
Okay. So technically, this is generating a new path.
Yeah. So what you do then to make things look better and to make it interesting is once they poop, I've just realized that this week is going to be full of poop.
Wait, are we going to delete that out or no?
No, poop is a perfectly natural thing.
All right.
Creatures eating each other's poop happens in nature.
All right. Sure. Fair enough. Keep
and
going.
Some very niche websites.
Okay.
And so what you do is once they've left a little bit of food or left a trail, you start diffusing it. You start blurring it out, basically.
Blurring the food.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sort of like it spreads a little bit.
So it spreads and blurs, yeah. And it also dissipates a little bit too.
Okay.
So we can do it in one solver, I think, which is eat what's there, lay down new stuff, have that stuff blur and lose potency over time.
Okay.
Do all of that kind of thing with more than one point, and you're going to get kind of I mean, there are other rules around slime as well. Like it only turns a certain amount. It only has sensors that are so long, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me get this sort of straight. Let me change the color of my drawing.
Let me just close this because it's bothering me.
Okay, so you're saying like this point over here, it's gonna expand toward a direction. But is that going to be directional or anything around it that has the same value going to be infected in a way?
Well, it's not. It's not so much infection. I'm just going to line everything up here. So, where's my display? So if you have a close look at the 8 points around it,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it's fertilizer. Yeah, got
yeah.
it.
And so you look for the one that has the most concentration of food in it, which might be easier to see if I do this
Okay,
and
so
exaggerate this a bit, right? So the highest concentration of food is probably this guy here.
I would say
So
it's the
this,
other one. Okay, sure.
yeah, whatever one. Pick one.
I'd say this one maybe.
Okay, so where's my annotate tools? Where is it? Oh God, why?
What'd you do? Lose it again?
Ah, yeah, I've got like way too
Hit
many
zoom.
screens. So he's going to move over there. Well, he's going to
Okay,
move towards there. You don't just jump points, right? You give
okay.
it a step size, right?
So if you get one, okay, so that's what you.
Yeah.
So you
Or
get
we
one
just make this
go
really
from there
fucking
to
high
there.
res. Hey?
All right, that's fine. But
Yeah.
okay,
So it eats, I don't know, say there's like 0.3, and that's the highest food, right? So it eats that and it poops out 0.1.
okay.
And
But
then,
from there, let's say it goes to here now.
yeah,
Okay, so what happens if everything around it is the same number?
random, pick a
It's
random direction.
yeah, but it feels more like the path one that we did the other week.
But you only pick a random direction if they're all absolutely equal.
Yeah, which in this area is like a big
It
area.
looks like
So
they are, but they probably,
you're gonna get a lot of them which are similar, right? So if we do random, it's gonna
well,
go probably here, here.
no, they don't have
We
to be
go,
similar, dude. We can do this, for example. It's not going to show with the color, is it? We can also do, and what we would probably do, is something like this, or even that.
okay.
Yeah. So
So
you don't have to
divide.
worry about it backtracking because it's never going to. Because where it's the point that it's just left,
Yeah, I don't
it's
want this to do this kind of thing again.
no, neither
In
do I.
the ones that we had right before.
Yeah. Well, no,
You
they
don't
do
want
do
that
a
back.
bit of that, but that's okay. And then to get them to branch, all you do is you start off with like 500,000 particles.
Okay, I have an idea
Yeah.
to run by you. Let's see if that's
Sure.
all right. If you have a map like this, and if you actually do the highest concentration and sort of like generate a little pool there.
Yeah.
So we can sort of like guide it. So this one, we'll try to go to the center of that. So pick a path to go to the center of that one.
Yeah.
Then from this cluster to the other cluster, go to the center of that. Then the other cluster,
Yep.
then that one. So that way we can actually have like a nicer path. Would that actually interest you, or do you think the other one is better?
Well, this one's more directed, but it's down to how you put food down, basically. Right.
Yeah, because
So, I
based on
mean,
what
you don't
we
have to, like I
saw,
said, you don't have to use a noise at all.
yeah, based on what we saw, it goes like this, then it sort of like spreads like in little chunks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
Well,
if we actually put the map in a way that we have the most concentration of food, we can actually direct the path.
yeah.
But I guess this way is another way to do it, because if we actually paint it in that direction, it would work.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
what
guess
happens,
it's a good
what
point.
happens, of course, is like if you don't, I hate annotate. I really do. Hate it so much. So you don't actually get them doing this unless you put in some fairly specific rules. What you get is you get like hundreds of particles trying to follow the same path,
Hmm.
right? And if they all poop a little bit, they're going to reinforce that path. So they're all going to keep following each other, right?
Right.
And basically what happens when you get to say one of your, so you've got all of these particles doing this kind of thing. When they get to your higher concentration of food here, what happens is that there's more food all around them than on the trail they're following, and they just spread through the food randomly. Or towards the highest
Okay.
concentration that's left. It's like a solver that continually refreshes itself.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I've done something like it. This is what this is. This is
Uh,
based on a random underlay, but it's the same kind of idea.
okay.
Except my guys die. They have lifespans, and if they go past the lifespan, they die. This is just making a mat, right?
Mhm. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to go back on itself. Like these areas just
Well,
keep
that's not
appearing.
bad if it does.
Actually, that's true.
You know, I mean,
As long as
you're
it
looking
doesn't
for a
die
more
in that
organic.
area. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
as
look.
long as it doesn't die in that area. Like, cause
Well,
if
if it
if it
runs out of
pulls
food,
like
it'll die.
yeah, if it like pulls like this one, you still want them to separate and go, right?
Yeah. Well, if you watch this again from the beginning, right, they tend to make pulls and then take off,
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. This one's not a
it is.
splitter. These are individual. This isn't doing the poop thing, basically. This is just working on the food. There are other
Okay.
rules, things like only turn in 45-degree increments,
Yeah. Look
go
at
in a straight. Yeah, no, don't take this as gospel, man. This is designing a dungeon with square walls in
okay.
places.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, this was built to do this, but it's an
Right.
example of the solver I'm talking, right?
Right. Yeah, that
So, well, yeah, we take away the straight bits that I put in deliberately, like these. These ended up being corridors, right?
hmm
Because that's what I wanted, and it's stuff like this as well, and all of that. But what we're looking for is these shapes.
yeah,
But
that's
you
good.
know, instead of them dying, they split.
Okay.
Right. Get rid of the
All right.
damn annotate again. All right. You can go into
All right.
and
Go
there it
for it.
works. So this was just an example to show you, right?
Mhm.
This is basically my understanding of it. Um, how you do the uh, how you do the food pool. Like those are pools of food now,
Right.
because literally I have like pushed the crap out of it in here. So you got lots of food here, not much food here. You find that like with most of these like organic type simulations, there's that the more random you want it. I mean, well, no, the less random you want it, the more random it gets. It's freakishly annoying. So I mean, if we did something like that, right?
Yeah.
Most of this is just no food.
Right.
So they're going to make their own trails through this food, through this space, following the poop of all of those that went before. And that's not a bad idea, right?
No,
We could try
but
something like this.
okay, just a question. So would it actually go toward where the food is? Would it know where the food is, or randomly just gonna walk around until it
Well, it
finds
depends
food?
on if you give them a sensor radius, right?
Yeah, because in this one, the pools of food are far, far away from each other.
Yeah. But if you where's my point gone? Should have a
You change it,
yellow
you change it to
yellow.
black or something. Yeah.
Oh no, it's the display color thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, same issue before.
That in there again. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that works.
Yeah. So I mean you can like I can grab another version of this. We make everything disappear again, but hey, it's life in it. So, yeah, doesn't show up at all.
No, it does. It's just, black.
What happens if I put two of those in there?
It sort of works.
It sort of works, yeah. So yeah, that if you imagine that's a sphere, right? So if we go
Yeah.
top view, and then I don't know, like maybe bottom view. Ugh.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. Okay.
What?
It's a strand. It's like in the middle of a geometry. It doesn't really show properly.
I'm trying to move the geometry up and down.
Yeah, but the point moves with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Hey, like not having a good day today.
You technically need to construct a circle with strands,
I
which,
really don't.
eh, okay,
I can just do this.
yep, that works.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is like you can then set up a radius in which it searches for food, right?
Okay, and it doesn't find,
Because
don't worry.
it's literally a find in radius. It's like, you can say, you can even do things like start here, expand, right? Just going to change that ramp a little bit more again. So we've got something to look at here. Maybe not that, maybe not that much. I don't know.
Yeah, too much.
Maybe something like that, right?
Okay.
So yeah, this is just theory at the moment. Trying to
Right.
explain this as I understand it. So you've got your little agent, and you say you set the radius to the same as whatever this is, like, as long as it's got 4 points in it, like that. Yeah.
Sure.
And then it finds food, so it eats the food here and moves over, pooping some of it out. And then it's here, and it goes, oh yeah, it goes over there, eats the food here, does its thing, right? Ends up making trails everywhere, which is quite nice. Then it gets off into, say, the deepest wonderland here. You can say like, okay, so try it at 0.2, there's nothing. Try it at 0.4, still nothing. Try it at 0.8. Now I found some food. I'm going to go in that direction.
Okay.
Do you think or not?
No, that's interesting, but I think computation-wise is going to take a lot of time because if you're going to go through the conditions and increasing everything, find all the points, then loop through the points, it might be better if you have the other idea, like, or at least have both of them. Like, let's say it gets here and it doesn't know how to continue which way, which direction.
Mm-hmm.
If we already pre-computed pools, right? We
Yeah.
can find the center of that pool to that and say like which pool is the closest. Then we do a closest path or like one of the paths that we like. I don't know. We can do
Direction
that.
path, probably.
Sure. We
But
can
if
do
you
that
actually
to find
if you're
it.
going to path it like that, it's going to ruin the look. It's not going to be organic anymore. It's just going to head down that vector.
This still can be randomized, but the point is to guide it toward that pool. So how we get there is not really important. It's like it's
But they
important to
tend to
get
do
the
that
closest pool.
themselves.
Yeah, but it might actually do this.
Do what?
Sorry, I'm just drawing. It might actually do that.
Depends on your radius,
No,
right? The bigger your radius, the more likely it is to go towards what you want it to go to.
computation wise, it's going to be slower. I'm just telling you. Because
Uh-huh.
it's going to do that, then it's going to look for this, and it's going to look for this, and they increasingly going to have more points in there.
Yeah, no, just start. No, what I mean, dude, is you start with a big radius.
Then it's going to be slow already.
I mean, it's like this, right?
Because it has to look for every point in the circle.
Can pre-compute that. That's what accelerators are for. So basically what you've got, say that this is its direction vector. It's heading that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
What it has is it doesn't have to sample all of this radius, right? What it has is it has 3 sensors. One there, one there, one there. And it senses which one, it basically just turns towards which one has the most food in it.
Right.
Right? So you don't have to get all of the radius. You can just get these 3. So you basically just pick a point, move it out on that vector, move it out on that vector. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that way, if we take your pool scenario, and I'm running out of colors, so it's going to move a certain amount this way, it's going to take its sensors with it, this sensor, this sensor, this sensor, and then this one's going to fire. So it's going to swing towards this one and then swing that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's here. You've got this sensor, this sensor, this sensor. This one's going to fire. It's going to swing this way. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how a slime actually works cellularly. So you've got an amount that you rotate, and you've got three sensors that are along your direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you test each of those sensors. Boom, boom, boom. Which one has the most food in it? And so what ends up happening is so it hits that one. Now it's moving this way. Sensor, sensor, sensor hits this one. Now it's kind of moving that way. You're going to end up at the pool. You're going to have a nice organic path to get there, but you're going to end there. Once it's eaten all of the pool, it starts again.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. All right. Now let's build it.
Now, that way we don't have to worry about radius, because you're quite right. I mean, the more points in radius you sample, the heavier the damn thing gets. I don't care if you are Blender. Oh, I said the B word. I'm going to have to bleep that.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess the first thing, should we do it on one first? Just to make sure it works, and then we can add more? What do you think?
Sorry, I have to close the door. Dog walked
yeah.
in. Repeat the question.
If we start on 1 point first and have it wander around, and then we can add more points later, see what they do.
Let's do it.
Okay. So where's our point?
The random point. Oh, so you're looking for a destination or?
No,
Okay.
no destination.
The random point, the yellow one.
Yeah. So we'll just use that point.
Okay.
Like to label things, because obviously my brain is not working at full capacity today, as you've already noticed.
That's me.
Okay. So here is our point. We want to do this. Yeah, we want to do this on point. So we need to solve it. Compound. What? What?
What'd you break? Don't crash. Did it crash?
Yeah. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. There we go. People can look at me and you. That crash.
Why would it crash? We didn't do anything.
It hates you. That's what it is.
No,
It just hates you.
That's normal. I meant to break stuff, so.
That's what you keep telling everybody.
That's true.
Okay, so that sounds like a good plan.
Okay, so are you going to pre-compute the pools or?
I think we try it both ways. It's easy enough to change the background, right?
Yeah. Okay.
New. Fresh start. Here we go. Create graph.
Nice plushie.
Thank you. Nice, horrible AI portrait.
Yeah, it's one of those, AI generated crap.
Can you see the screen all right?
I don't see anything.
Yeah, because I forgot to share.
Yeah, another bleep.
No, swears all right.
Oh,
Can you see it now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So are you telling me you didn't save?
Well, I was just showing you stuff. Why would I save when I was just showing you stuff?
Well,
Yes, I'm telling you I didn't save. Say that. Okay. BF120-3. Happy?
Sure.
Sure. So,
Why not?
all right. So, fractal field, sample field.
No, you still have to make the random point.
Love doing that. Love it.
Yeah, I'm still surprised why you haven't published it.
Random choice from array.
Yeah,
I think it's because I think that, like, somebody must have done this.
I know. I keep thinking you did it. You keep thinking like somebody else did it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's crazy. Ramp switch. Remember. And guess what I have to do now?
yeah, the other compound that everyone makes.
Well, then nobody want mine, will they? See?
Yeah,
Assign diagnostic material and plug that sucker in there. There we go. And let's change the ramp to red green. Let's give the ramp some
there we go. Monochrome. Monochrome.
presets. Frequency to get a more interesting noise. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got big lumpy pools. That way we can pretend we pre-computed them and it will make you happy.
Sure.
Yeah. So we can even do something like that if you want, or we can make him a bit more blob. What do you like?
We should make him simple first. So just
Okay.
blobs for now.
Blobs for now. Those are some nice simple blobs, right? So you've got a lot of food here, here, and here. No food here, here, and here. Red is low, blue is high.
Okay.
Right? If you think it's easier, but it's going to be more boring, we can switch that to monochrome, or we can use a custom ramp.
This is good.
This can be our low food. It's only 2 colors though, so you don't get much detail. Black body. Infrared's good. White is high, black is low. Okay.
All right.
All right. That's the iron. That's the iron bow. Iron bow thing. Cool. So
Beautiful.
now,
Have you saved, Blakey?
have you got 20 minutes to talk about our Lord and Savior? Signs. So yeah, we did a 2-hour Bifrost session where we just got back to where we were.
Wait, well, yeah, we talked for 1 hour and we're still in the same place.
Yeah.
Not done anything.
I know, right? What am I doing?
I don't know. You do stuff.
You do stuff too.
Yeah, I try to. All right.
Point display.
Cool.
Sucker white. Shows, it's not going to show up, is it? There's no green in there. Let's make it horrible, bright, eye scorching green. Still doesn't show up because apparently I have to put it in twice. Not even.
Still is not sure.
There it is.
What?
And I said I wanted horrible green. Give me horrible green. There we go. Oh, that's clashing.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, you should be a graphic designer.
And that's the third BF120, everybody. Thank you so much.
Just wrap it up.
Yeah, we made a random point. Now we're all going home. Probably don't want to see that all over the place, do we? Maybe we do. I don't know. I'll drop the resolution. Not yet.
No, yeah, we just need the logic first.
Safe. So we have our position, right?
Okay.
This is a position on the grid, so it'll always start on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing we're going to do is make a compound, which is what crashed us last time. So let's save that. And literally all I did was make a compound and it died.
No, I know.
Start position, right? So before we get in there, let's calculate a starting direction as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Random
starting position can be random too, right?
starting position is random.
I mean, starting direction. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Cool.
Yep.
Who would it?
I would keep them separate actually. The seeds. All right, so that's random direction.
Okay, so while we're here, why don't we just get smart-ish and do it on an object.
Oh, set as a property.
Yeah. Because that means I can do things like set G to property. And besides, if we don't finish this in 2 hours, we can pick it up next time.
Yep, that's not a bad idea.
Direction.
Okay, I see. You made that an object. Okay.
Yeah. Now we just go. Let's go. There. 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 Why are you not showing my arrows? Bugger. Oh, maybe I need to plug in the point scope, eh?
Right. That thing needs a terminal on it.
Come and watch Aslan school Jason for hours.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean for you to do it. I mean, like, that compound itself needs a terminal,
What
like
compound?
the point scope.
No?
Yeah.
Come on.
Never mind. You didn't get my point, but cool.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So the only problem is this doesn't have a point normal, which is fine. And here's the other thing. We just want this flat. We want it to crawl along a surface, right?
Yep.
So we'll do that. And let's just set the point color. Well, my arrows are color.
Yeah, what point is still black?
Why is my point still black? Do I have to make two?
That'll be weird. Are you sure? Oh,
Weird, eh?
yeah, whatever. It works.
Yeah,
Move
yeah.
on.
So, yeah. So now we can start building our points on it. So
So you need all the positions as well.
we can convert this to arrays later, right?
Right.
Position. Here's my direction. So now I'm going to have to port feedback the whole geometry, aren't I?
then it might be worth it just to do points instead of converting to geometry.
You reckon?
Yeah, because converting it to points each time. Wait, no, we're not. We're just converting it once, right?
Yeah.
Then getting point from it, then setting point from it. Yeah, maybe it's easier just to be data. Just do
Right.
straight points. Start position. I guess feedback position. Okay. So start direction.
Put all those to floats. To float threes. Time.
Mhm. Okay, since you're not talking, I'm just gonna explain it. So we're just setting up the start time. So when it's on the start time, it's gonna get the current position, and when it's not, it's gonna get the feedback position for the next step.
Yep. Sorry. Okay. So now I've got to set up all the feedbacks, which is those two.
Yep.
Those guys. Position, feedback, direction, and I can kill those.
Okay.
Because what we really want to do is this.
Yep.
Cool. So that's not going to do anything right now.
No, we just need a condition between those ifs and the output.
Well, basically what we want to do is like, we're adding this to this, right? This, we multiply this by like a whoops. Multiply that by a small number, add it to that. And this guy should just move now. If I've hooked it up on the other side, which I haven't. So
Set point position. Okay. What are you?
he's kind of moving. That number's a bit small, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, world's simplest point solver, right?
Yeah.
Just going to move in that direction until I tell him to stop. And then if we want to change the direction, then we just change it in between these two and put the direction in.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's not an answer to my question.
Sorry, ask the question again.
So if we wanted to change direction, what we do is change this, multiply it
Yeah,
by our step size, add it to the position, and out it goes. But we
correct.
also have to put out this, right?
Yeah, it has to go feedback
Yeah.
for the next
Yeah.
time.
So this is a really simple feedback loop right now.
Right. So, but the
And I
direction has
mean,
to change toward wherever the most food is, the next
yeah,
frame, technically.
let's just change the direction a bit, make sure it's still working on the new direction. Absolutely. And
Yep.
again, no
Yep.
problem. Cool.
Yep.
World's
Okay.
simplest point solver. So what is it going to change direction based on? So we need to do some sensors now,
Yep. So
right?
if you do want to do the pooling, you have to do it beforehand, before we go to the solver. We have to
Yes.
know where the foods are, because we don't want to
Yes.
recalculate it every single frame.
No. Quite right. So we're kind of doing that now, right? So our food, well, no, you do want to recalculate it because you want the food to disappear as they eat it. But that's a bit later.
You don't want to, hold on, we don't want to recalculate it, but we want to replace it.
Yes.
So we feed back the food channel. So every time we replace the value that the food had before
Yeah.
with 0 probably.
Well, plus a little bit of poo.
Sure, the new property. So for now, before you, well, actually no, go on, keep going.
Well, now you've left me confused, right?
No, no,
This
no,
guy,
that's fine. Hmm.
yeah, this guy is the color on the points, right?
Okay.
So what I think is probably better to do, no, it's not. My question is, how do we sample the material? So we sample by just doing closest point, basically, on this guy. Yeah.
Closest point, then you need to get the value from there.
Then
Wait,
you need to write it back.
why? Okay, hold on. Why do we need that? Because at this point in this one, we have all the values.
Mm-hmm.
If
That's the
it goes,
values there.
yeah, if it goes inside the
Yeah, we don't
direction
need
that
it.
you're traveling, you right, because you need the neighboring points.
No, you don't. You just need what's under the sensor. Remember? So what we do here is this is another feedback port. This is food array initial. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, because that's the thing. We need to sample this. We need to sample the property on this because we're not just going from point to point to point. Right. So we might need to say we might need to sample a point here. So I can't just take the array in. I've kind of got to take in the material and do a sample for that, right? You see what I mean? We're just sampling on here, that's
Okay.
fine. But if we're sampling like this point, that's not.
But we're not sampling that point.
But we are because our little friend here is not moving from point to point, right?
Moving
Our
toward
little
a
fr- our
direction.
little our little friend is moving towards a direction based on a step size.
Yes. That
See what I mean?
direction has to change. That direction has to change based on where the food is,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. But you're not getting what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that this is an array with some numbers in it.
Hmm.
Right? It's got 66,049, which
Okay.
coincidentally happens to be the number of points in this plane. Strangely enough, being that we sampled a field with the plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is fine if this guy is sitting on a point. I can use this array. If he's not, I can't. What I have to do, bring this in, actually bring this in.
sample it.
Sample closest location.
Yeah.
Right. And then I have to write that back out once it's eaten the food in that location.
Okay. But how are you changing the direction? Because you're not
Well,
changing the direction.
we'll
right
get to
now.
that. That's what this is. This is what I mean. Like, we're changing the direction based on what it senses around it. Right?
Okay, we should be doing
But
that.
to sense, we have to
first.
sample. To sample, we're either sampling the closest point, and this guy is jumping from point to point, and suddenly we're back in the pathfinding arena.
Yeah.
Or we're sampling an interpolated point, which is what we want, I think. But then we have to be able to write that back out for the next time. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So senses first, and then I'll worry about that, because I'm not sure how to write out an interpolated point once you've sampled it. I guess you just take the 4 closest points to it and make them black.
That value to it, yeah.
So now we need some sensors. So we need 3 more points. We need, which is fairly easy. So
The direction that we're traveling.
we get another value in here. This. Sensor distance, right? So that is basically, we set sensor distance to like 0.2. We are multiplying this guy by the sensor distance. And then adding that to this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to try and put a point there. Okay. We have to add it along. Yeah, we have to add it. I multiplied the wrong thing.
Yeah.
We have to add it along the direction there. Yeah.
Right.
So we'll make that into a disk, and we'll make that much, much smaller. Not that much smaller.
A little bit. Okay,
And
so
I would really like it to be a different color, please. Thank you. So that's our first sensor, right?
Okay.
So now we have to rotate that vector and do that again.
Yeah.
So how do we rotate that vector?
You do have a vector going from there to there. So you just have to do the right hand rule and figure out the up vector here.
Right. Well, the up vector is easy. It's 0, 1, 0. Right?
You have to calculate it because if your geometry is like bending, if it's going like this, then this is not 1, 0, 1, 0. This would be the
Okay, so we're basically subtracting this. This is our sensor vector. Right?
Mhm.
So what are you saying I have to calculate?
You have to find the up vector.
How do I find the up vector?
Um,
Easiest way would be point normal.
we can count on the point normal, can we?
You can.
Actually, we can. Why not?
Yeah.
That
So
point
that means
work.
what we need out here is a
You have to. Okay.
closest locations, but we want what's inside it. We want that. We want to build a closest accelerator on this plane. Before we do anything to do with loops. Ah, you bastard. So this is built once. We're not rebuilding this every single time. This is what will give us some speed. And then in here, we need to go some just accelerator. Yep. At position.
You have to bring.
And it would help if I actually put the accelerator in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, accelerate, not geometry. Sorry.
Would help.
What?
And it goes into there.
Mhm.
And we should
Sample.
don't need a
location,
cutoff distance right now. And then we should just make sample.
which would be point normal.
Yeah, but I'm going to need the geo in there to do it. So sampling the point normal at that position.
Well, shouldn't that be array of float 3?
Sorry?
Shouldn't the default be array of float 3?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
No, I guess not. What is the issue here?
It's not an array going in. That's the issue.
Go up.
What the hell? Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing there? Sample closest accelerated, read the location.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. What?
Another one down.
Yeah, no, should be math float 3. Yeah, no array.
And then
That's
that
what
needs to be fanned in for now.
What the hell happened?
I know. So this is our up vector.
Okay. So that's the point normal.
That's the point normal, yeah.
It's an up vector for our. Okay. So now you have to pick a degree, like how many degrees you want to
Yeah.
rotate. Then you do plus and minus that.
Yeah. So we need a sensor angle.
Yep.
Right?
You know,
Degrees or radians, buddy? Probably radians.
degree to radians. We can do that.
Oops. Yeah, so let's say we want, like, I don't know, what's 20 degrees?
Sure.
20 degrees each side. I'm going to put a list in a compound in a minute. So
yeah,
the up vector is the
again.
axis. Up vector is the axis. Radian is the angle, with just one. And then we rotate that by quad, right?
Yep, rotate by quaternion. There we go. So
And this is going to be a sensor, and then I just
you have
negate.
to negate that, yeah, and do another
I'm just going to make sure this is working, right? So I need to put a point at this vector.
Yep.
Which means I need to take my point position. It's here. We're all getting a bit spaghettified.
Add it to it.
Okay. Add the vector to it. And then take a look. Looking pretty good to me.
Yeah. So far, so good.
I'm going to make this one blue.
Avoid using blues. Oh, never mind. Never mind. No. Do your thing. Doesn't matter really.
Red. That one yellow, right?
That's fine. Negating that one. Just pick a compound out of that duplicator.
What?
Pick a compound out of those and duplicate it.
No, because then I'm duplicating all of them.
Okay.
I just need these 3. Unless I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
No,
You're here to tell me when I'm wrong, Aslan.
you're never wrong. I can't tell you're wrong.
I was. Do you remember the first one of these we did? I was so wrong, dude. I
It's
was
okay.
so freaking wrong.
That's what we're here. We do stuff. We learn from it. All right. So yeah, that is plus and minus 20 degrees. So
Yeah, that
now
is
we're
pretty
gonna.
well. I'm just going to double check something. Let's just make this 30 degrees. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's working.
scrub it. Let me see it changing.
Doesn't change.
No, I mean like, just middle mouse drag on the sample angle.
That's not happy. Oh yeah, it just takes a while to
Oh,
catch
it's
up.
slow. Okay. 20 is good. Yeah, that's fine. So depending on the resolution of the geometry, I guess you have to
Well, no, because we're going to
readjust
sample,
it.
we're going to interpolate sample, right?
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
All right.
So
All right.
just bear with me a second while I clean this up and start building the basis of a display node. So where's my if? There's my if. What's that? It's my sensor distance. All right. So all of these guys, except you, adult. All right.
What is this?
And this is,
Output A, right? Output 4. What is it?
yeah, that's the front output. That's the red one.
No, I'm talking about those outputs that you have on the compound, the sensor. You want to rename
Ah,
them.
yeah.
They're very confusing. That one will be then direction then.
Up. Cool. So I'm going to do this front, left, and right based on the like relative to the
Yeah,
vector. Okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
So
So you did the yellow one first.
yeah, that's left.
Yeah. The green one is right. Okay.
Yeah. And then let's just do a display because I don't need 3 of these to do it. I just need to put all 3 in here. Bloop, bloop, and bloop.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use B, red, yellow, cyan, right?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, and this is the
Cool. Now you should make a compound out of those two. Yeah.
yeah.
Easier. Again, it's output. What? Huh.
Swear to God, you only do this with me to so that you have to make me bleep things. Okay, so this way we don't have to do a radius. We've just got 3 sample points.
Yep.
Right?
So now we have to see where the food is, closer to which direction.
Need outputs from there. That's the front, left, and right sensor. So we've already got plane mesh coming in. What I need to do, if I was a taller, smarter man, is I need to bring the plane mesh in here while it's got point color on it. Right?
Yes.
And so now I don't have to bring it in again. That's it there. It's it here. So pass
So
down.
technically, you have to sample the plane and see which of those points have the largest
Yes.
food.
Yeah.
Food content. Okay.
So these are the sensor positions. That's what
Yep.
I can use it for. And as we said before, you can change those sensor positions.
All you have to do is get the closest point on the plane.
We already have a closest accelerator.
Yep. You just need to find the point itself.
No, we don't sample the point. It's the whole point, right? So here's our geometry. Oh, what am I doing? So because the accelerator is outside of the loop, it's not being done over and over and over again.
Mhm.
It should be faster. What's that? So accelerator. Set that to fan in. Count. Okay. Front, left, side. Okay, that's our order.
Yep.
Sample
Pretty.
point color.
Mhm.
And it's at this point. I'm going to go back here. Change that to monochrome. Okay.
Yep.
It's just not selecting. So we've still got our funky colors hiding in there. I just got to change the ramp. So this dude is 3.
3. Yep.
Really only need 0.1. We really only, you know what? You know what? Aslan, you're a genius. You're an absolute genius.
I said nothing.
You're a genius, and I love hanging out with you.
What's going on now? I'm confused.
Food level. Maybe without the space. That way we can have our funky colors and our data.
Right. Because you're using it set properly. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So where's my locations? They're here.
Mhm.
I should have an array with 3 things in it.
Yeah. Sort by industry, then you get the
Hold on.
highest one.
What's hooked up? The position. Don't have to sort by. What do you mean sort by indices? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you have only 3
Yeah.
items. You sort it, you get the one with the highest.
Support. Just making sure everything's correct. This is why I don't use rolling stuff. There's 3. Yeah. Beautiful. Sort array.
By indices.
Sort So do we want descending order? That way the first one is the
In descending order, yeah. Because the highest one first.
Yeah.
So now you get the first one in the indice.
Yep. First an array indices.
You get that
And that's the
position.
sensor that we turn towards.
No, not the sensor, the point. That's the point. You get the point position from the
No,
array of positions.
Aslan, we don't get the point position. This is what I kept trying to tell you. Because all of these are interpolated. We're getting the color on the mesh, but not at a point. Remember, this guy isn't jumping from point to point to point.
You just did closest point, no?
No.
Get closest point accelerator.
Get closest location.
Location.
So now what we have to do is turn our direction vector the same way, like we've already got an up vector, right? At that point, we have to decide how much we turn towards the sensor that it chooses. That's the next problem. So we're not just aiming for the points on the mesh, right? We're aiming to just turn this a bit. We can turn it 15 degrees. We can turn it however much we want.
Okay.
So we really just need to know which sensor fired. And that's what this is.
Okay.
Right? Because our first sensor is our front, our 0, 1, 2. Yeah? In our array. This is going to be 0, 1, or 2. Tell me if you think I'm an idiot.
No, that's right. It's going to give you which indice it was.
In this case, it's 1.
Okay.
So there's more food
In the
on the
left
left,
one than the right
which
one.
is this guy,
Yeah.
yellow.
Which is
Yellow's
right.
left, green is right. So now we have to turn.
So how much?
Well, that's arbitrary. That's another one of these guys, right? So
yeah.
This eye. Good angle. Grease to radians again. So basically, this is logic.
Mm-hmm.
If it's equal to 0, the direction does not change.
Yep.
Just goes straight. Yeah. There's an if. If that's true, the amount we're turning is 0. If it's false,
Degrees to radian.
if it's equal to 1, 1 is our left. Yeah.
I was thinking you can just do it with a negate, but okay. That works too.
Well, hang on, is left negated or non-negated?
The left one is not negated. The right one is negated.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. Go inside. Which one you negated? I'm pretty sure the
Hold
blue one
on,
is negated.
it's done its thing. Done its horrible thing. Front is just front. Left is not negated.
Yeah,
Right
the blue
is
one
negated. Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Now, let me clean this.
So that's how that would work, right?
Yeah, if it's equal to 0, then it doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't rotate by any.
No, it
right.
rotates by 0
Yeah.
radians.
Then if not, you rotate it by certain amount. Okay.
Yeah. And so if it's not 0 and it is 1, then it rotates that much. If it's not 0 and it's not 1,
Okay.
then it gets negated and
And
rotated
negate it
down.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just grab the rotate code out of here. So axis angle to quad, rotate by quad, add. This is the direction vector gets plugged in here.
Mm-hmm.
What are we adding? Why are we adding that to the position? To get the sensor.
Vector. Yeah.
Yeah, we just need those 3. Right? And we don't even need one of those. So the vector is our direction vector, which is all the way back here somewhere. This guy. That's our direction vector. Our axis is the up axis we calculated earlier, which is the point normal, which we've already sampled in here. Right?
Yeah.
That's our up vector there. So we might as well
Right.
stick that guy up.
That's the vector.
Because there's no point calculating things twice, it just slows things down. So that's our angus. That's our angle. This is our angle. That's our axis. This guy is the new direction. Correct?
Yes. Sorry, there was a lot of motion outside. I had to tell him to keep it down. All right.
So now let's see if this works. Moment of truth, man.
Yes.
Nope. No, it's just going away in its direction. Did I add the direction to the position?
Wait, you're not feeding back, are you?
Yes, I am.
You're feeding back the direction?
I may not have started it on 0. No, I did.
Okay, let's go back to the logic again.
Direction comes in.
So what is the direction that they're allowed to rotate? Right or left?
Yeah.
How much?
That'll do it.
There we go. All right, 5 degrees. Still not okay. Make that 20 or something. Make it bigger. Yeah, it's not having any effects.
Doesn't appear to be changing the direction, right?
Okay.
So it's greater than the start frame, which is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to do anything on the first frame, which is fine. That's what I want. So if it's greater than the start.
Hold on. Just one question. So let's say it picks this one that it wants to rotate. It rotates to there, but which point is it picking? Because it still needs a position and it still needs the normals, right? So if it doesn't pick a point on the geometry, what is it going to do?
Well, it samples the normals on the geometry itself every time it calculates the sensor, right? Doesn't need to pick a point. Get that out of your head.
I don't know. I'm still okay. All right, then let's go back then. All right.
What I think is happening is I'm adding the direction in the wrong place. I am. No, I'm not. That's my delta. That's the direction vector multiplied. Then I'm adding it here. And it's going out to the position. That's what it should be doing, right? Right.
Right.
So it should be picking up the feedback direction. It's here.
Which is?
And that's not being pulled on. Which is probably what it is.
Go outside. Okay, just for hell of it, just to put a full feedback on it. That should be just pulled, yeah, the value. Okay. Well, that doesn't, yeah. That still has to be together.
Nope. So why don't I try something really stupid? Let's move this guy. Multiply this by whatever our delta is, which I think is about 0.3. 0.3. That up there. That in there. That dude. Yeah, check to see if this guy's pulling. This guy's pulling.
That's pulling, yeah.
This guy's not.
Go outside and put a full feedback on it. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, now the other one should be just pulled.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Sensors are moving. Look at that.
Yeah.
Going toward that's right.
It
It's
is.
going to,
Yeah, it's working.
it's just not displaying the vector.
Well, because we're not updating vector, are we?
Yes, we are. That's what I got wrong. That guy should be in there.
There we go. There we go.
And that guy no longer needs to do the pull thing.
Yep. That's awesome.
So you can see how
There we
it's,
go. Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is awesome.
Okay, so that's working.
Okay. Let it run for a little bit. Just want to see it
Well,
move around.
okay. And that. I don't like orphans. I'm going to speed it up a little. Let's speed it up a little more.
Oh, he got trapped.
Well, yeah, but that's because like we haven't removed the food yet.
Right. Anything that it finds. See, again, that means we needed to update that thing.
Yes, we
When
do.
we sample it, when we pick it, that point has to have a 0 value.
Yeah. So now we have to work out a way to zero out a point value when we're not sampling a point.
Hmm. See, that's why I was like, keep thinking like you need the point, but okay.
If we have the points, it's going to go tick, 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 tick,
Yeah.
tick, 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 which I don't want. I want this. I like this smooth movement, right?
Yeah. So
It's
when
gonna
you find,
hang on a sec.
go.
Let me check something first. Look at that.
Direction.
Ah, that's direction.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You started from different places. Cool.
Let's see if it immediately goes into that loop.
It should. Yeah. Because it keeps going back to the most
Yeah.
food. This by itself is actually amazing. You should keep it as a separate, algorithm.
But you see how it's always going towards
Mhm.
the highest source of food, and there's no radius sampling needed.
Yeah.
So if I get smart here and go, make that a bit more complicated, right?
It's going to be trapped in a smaller area.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, it won't go beyond that because we're not zero and get the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Okay.
my worry is another thing is like we have this area, it's gonna
Mhm.
try to go around, and if we make this black, this path, it's just gonna go either inside and get trapped inside of it, keep going like in layers, or it's going to keep going outside in layers until there's no more food left.
Yeah, which is why you take down the food value, so you dissipate the food, so it gets weaker and weaker and weaker over time, and you also blur it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So each loop round, you're taking the food away by a small amount, right? So say it starts at 1, then it's 0.95, then it's 0.9, 0.85, 0.8, that kind of thing. You remove a percentage of the food each time.
Right. Whatever it found before.
Yeah.
Is that what it found?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
we're
when
not
it eats the food, it can eat all the food or just some of it. And when it
Okay.
poops out what it's eaten, it can poop out all that it ate or just some of it. See what I mean?
Yep. That makes sense.
If that does make sense.
It
I think we
does for now.
started recording it around about like 20 past 4, didn't we?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Zoom won't tell me when I started recording.
It doesn't.
No, it's a bit of a pain in the bum. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't see any information in there.
This might end up being a 2-parter anyway, but this is good so far. I think
It is pretty good.
it seems to be doing
So,
what's advertising it. You can see the sensors moving. See, the other thing we didn't test before I go ahead and start deleting stuff, as in deleting food, is let's go back here and let's change the sensor distance a bit. So it's looking further out.
mm-hmm.
And give it a little bit more of a turn angle and give the sensors a little bit more angle, a bit more spread as well. See how that changes the behavior. Not much.
Yes,
It was worth it was worth a try. Yeah, it gets trapped.
If
But
you really want that, you have to actually make the sensor distance a lot more.
Yeah.
Make it
Yeah.
greater than the vector. So make it greater than the vector, then it might actually leak into. Can zoom out a little bit. There.
And off it goes. Bye. So probably
That
put a safeguard in there, right?
we should. But it's technically what we wanted it to do.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what we wanted it to do, technically.
Yeah.
So maybe we have to put a
It's going to go in a
condition.
big loop if we don't make it eat and poop, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to find a loop and keep doing it. So now what we got to do is save this. That's a good idea. Right?
Definitely.
I'm going to make a new graph here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go and grab that, all of that, and all of that.
And what are we doing now?
Working out something.
All right.
Hide this guy for now. This guy. Plug him in. And then we've just got our plane now, right?
Yeah.
So what we have to do is let's turn our uglies on for a second because we're going to need the uglies. I will also very quickly need a random choice from array. Over the other one, place it down. That guy there. Hello. And there.
Don't crash. Don't crash.
No, I just missed.
Okay.
Find the red dot.
Yeah, hide the uglies. I don't see it.
Yeah, because sphere isn't very good, is it?
Okay.
So sorry, man, I need the uglies. There's the uglies.
Mm-hmm.
So we start here. This choice is always on a grid point, right? Because it's choosing from the points of the grid. Cool. That's point 1. what we're doing is we're setting up some sensors to go out a distance and then sense and then sampling it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So if I just like grab this guy, no, not that guy, this guy,
The colors. That's the starting point.
grab that guy and add some number. Some number like, oh shit, I don't know, 0.0785.
Add or subtract. You're
Doesn't
trying to
matter right now. This is just for demonstration purposes, okay? And I don't know, something like fucking
because if
5.
you add in color, then it's gonna be
I'm not adding color.
positions. All right.
Not adding color. Blue is a nice thing.
Visuals.
Disk
Mhm.
0.05. So say just pretend this is the point it's sensing, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're doing is basically grabbing this guy, closest locations.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the position we're getting it at. Although this is going to report 2 positions, so I'll just need to first an array.
First. Well, not first in array, because the first one is itself second in array. No.
Yeah, but I'm putting the same one in twice so the color works.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Different problem. Sorry.
Oh, the color works. Okay. So I've got my locations. Let's get a location scope down. That dude. This dude.
Geometry and point position.
This dude. And then a terminal. Show me that. There we go. Right. Cool. What we
Yeah.
need to do to write back into that color array,
Find that point near it.
get those 4 points.
All
Right?
4 points.
Yeah. Sample the color at those 4 points. Well, we're making it black, right? Basically. So what we have to calculate is the weights to the points. Annotate. Before I annotate. Why is it I always end up singing in these? Make it small. How come you don't sing? That's the more important question.
I don't sing. That's a great mystery.
So we basically have to get those 4 distances,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're weighting it by the length of this
Right.
here, right? And then we are making these varying degrees of black.
Right.
So we're subtracting color from all 4 of these, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So how do we do that?
Point and radius, pretty much.
Wouldn't closest point be better?
Closest point.
Yeah, closest, because
Yeah, we do have the accelerator.
we have the closest accelerator, right? So if we get our geometry into here and our position into here, and we that it's difficult.
What just happened? Where are those black lines?
Oh, this just gets a single point, doesn't it? No?
Get closest point. Unless, yeah, it does. Closest point, right? Yeah, it gives 1 point, the closest point.
Bother.
So you need the point and radius technically.
Radius. Hello. Hello. And now we have to work out the radius. No, we don't.
Yeah, we don't care. We just need the 4. Oh, really? Okay, can you make the arrows a little smaller?
Well, that's what I was just trying to do.
Oh, there. But why those? Okay,
Because
that
no,
one is closer.
that one is not closer than that one.
Can you get the length on display? Because it doesn't look that way, but yeah, that's weird.
It is, eh? Where's my closest point? That's my closest point. Connectivity won't help. Will it? Nope. No, it would help clearing my stupid annotations. But yeah, that's
Go
that
wireframe.
ain't eh?
Go wireframe. Sorry, it's just a little bit too hard to see. Okay.
I am like it's a mathematical impossibility that that point is closer than that.
Maybe not. Try it.
What do you mean try it?
It looks actually closer. It looks closer. So you have to go here. There was like we're doing like a triangle kind of thing. But from here to here, actually no, that is
Yeah,
it
right.
might be
Right, hold on a minute.
shorter. Just try it.
No, look, mathematically it can't be, right? So say this is 1 by 1, right? Just pretend. One across, one up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one across, one up. So from here to here, both of those are less than 1, correct?
Let's go point
Both of
eight
those
five or something.
are
Yeah.
less than 1. Both of them are less than 1. Yes.
Mhm.
This point to here is 1. And then you've got to there as well. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but this is going diagonally, so that means when you rotate this
So
one back,
is it
this
the
is
linear distance?
way.
Is it the linear distance? Really?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So how do we fix it? Because this ain't going to work.
Well, unless you find which face this is and get all the points to the face.
We can do that. How do we find which face that is?
You can actually get the mesh structure, so you get how many faces exist. So then we have to find that which indice that face is. Wait, might not work. Hold on.
No, it's face vertex index.
Yeah.
Index. Face vertex index.
First
So
vertex.
what we can also, I mean, because yeah, I can't just go find the closest point and get all the points connected, because that would be that one, that one, that one, and that one.
What? Hold on. Why wouldn't this work? Like this? This should work.
Because you're going
It,
to make this point black, this point black, this point black, and this point black.
not black.
No,
We're
you are absolutely right.
subtracting some from it, so we
Yeah,
don't
this
really
is,
need
yeah, we need
to.
to get the lengths and work out the ratios, basically.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need the face. We just need whatever they found. Well, whatever this found.
Let's check something. I need to turn off my annotation because it's secret. What happens if I set this to 3?
Those three. Do it 5. Yeah, yeah. So I guess it is shorter.
Wonder if 3 is
Enough. Well, technically,
would
you can expose that property so people can actually choose.
sorry,
That
what?
you can actually expose that property because let's say someone wants a bigger area, so they can actually go find the
Yeah.
next 10. So
So if I
that's
go
not,
like
yeah,
8, going to be there.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're done. We just need to find the length of them and just, subtract some value from that color.
Okay, so let's get rid of the stuff we're not using. Avoid confusion.
Mhm.
And maybe we should move it back into the other one, right?
Yeah, because we know what we're going to do.
Yeah. So does this use closest radius? Yes. Aha. So we already have our accelerator. See?
Mhm.
That's going to help us a bit.
It does indeed.
Don't even need the location scope, just need to get points and radius. So if we go back here, hide and we go save. Excuse me, and we'll clear all drawings. And we turn off our uglies. And we go back to our frame mode. Okay. I'm going to make our little friend here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We couldn't work out why it wasn't changing color, could we?
The point scope?
Yeah.
No. Wait, does the color actually apply to the point or just the arrow?
Well, it should apply to the point because I'm using the point to show the point scope, and this I've got. No, that's showing me those guys. Don't think I've got anything else on.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I don't see any other terminals.
Right.
That one.
That's weird anyway. So, okay, the black point is our point. So we go back into the solver.
Mhm.
And so we've done what have we done? Direction changing. That's what we've done.
Yeah, so now any one.
Hmm?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so before it changes direction, it's got to eat.
Yeah, the point that it's on.
Okay, so
Well, the section that it's on, not the point.
means we have to feedback the mesh.
No, just the color.
Wow. Yeah. The hell did I call it? Food value, I think. Food level.
Food level. Yeah. Because the food the level doesn't change from outside. We're only changing it from inside.
Yeah.
So if you have the property, we can just loop it back. Do you want to do that every single time? You don't want to. You want to
You're
do it
quite right.
outside.
I don't.
Yeah. Just once outside.
But we have to change it up here then. Because we're sampling it there. Oh, do we?
We're not gonna sample the color. Wait, we're getting the color.
We're sampling the color, yeah. Or we're sampling the food level.
Sampling the food level, yeah.
So either we feedback the whole mesh, right? So we get the food level and we set the food level and the mesh goes back out and gets fed back, right? Or we change the way that this works.
Maybe we should change this. Okay.
Well, no, we can't. Just give me one sec. Let me think for a second. Yeah, we can't because we're doing an interpolated sample.
All right.
Right? We're not doing a point sample. That makes sense?
If it is based on points, would that solve the problem?
No.
Because we have a point here. We go into a certain direction, right? If we find a point there and use that point, then we're not really doing interpolated. So
But why wouldn't we want to use interpolated? Because the noise texture is more detailed than the point texture. That leads us down the road of having to do this on enormously high-res things.
But feedbacking geometry is going to be heavy. And that's not something we want to do.
Is it though?
It would be. depend on how many times you're actually doing it, and based on the look of it, we have to do it a lot. Try it. Let's see. Maybe we can simplify it later, at least as long as we have the logic done.
I mean, because you're sampling the food level at a point,
Hmm.
then you're not really getting an accurate reflection of like where the point at where our moving actor thing actually is, right? You're getting the closest point to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be less complicated, but it wouldn't look as good. That's what I'm trying to say. Not unless you're starting to drop down 4K planes, and that's got its own slowdown. Right?
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it with the geometry feedback.
Okay. So
that means you have to get the property from that again.
food level mesh, yeah. No, I don't.
Well,
It is that.
oh yeah, right. We do have the accelerator.
Accelerator's outside. That's going to make things faster. That's not the accelerator.
No, that's the geometry.
But we're going to need to set the thing
Right.
with geometry, right? Our position is our position. So now we don't worry. Yeah, we have to do this before we add the direction to the position, right?
So the last point that you found, the last location that you found.
That's that one. That's where it adds the direction. That's what we're.
That's the point that you found last time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Yeah, but we have to do it after it samples. I think we are. There's our sample. Oh no, because we're only sampling at the. Oh hell, we're only sampling at the sensor, at one of the three sensors, right?
Yep.
We also need to sample at the point.
Why
See what
do
I
we
mean?
need to sample at the point?
Because this is just the way it's going to go. This is where it is now, and it needs
Oh,
to
we
eat.
don't know the
It needs,
value, current
yeah,
value.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to need these two again. So we sample that guy.
You just have to do build array with that. Or that. Keep forgetting that. Okay.
So these are our points around it. Once we give it a radius and X number and 3 right now.
Yeah, your current point goes to that one too.
There. So this is the food level where it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need to decide how much of that food it's going to eat. All of it? Right? We may not need this at all. So anyway, so here's the points we've got coming out.
We would need, oh, right. The points that is around it, you're going to subtract it. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so if I get
Let's remove half of it. Like whatever you got, just half of it gone.
half of the food.
Half the food is gone.
So for that, I'm going to need the plane mesh, just here. Because I need to get the points here from here.
Okay.
And I realize I could sample that outside and stick it in. And that might be a better idea, actually. So bring the point positions into the solver, right?
Yeah.
Because they only have to be found once.
Yeah, that right there.
Replane point positions. They don't even need to feedback. They're just there. That's data that we need.
The positions.
Means I don't need to fart around with this guy. I'm going to need him later. So bye. So now we just get from array.
From those points.
We also need.
Why are we getting those points? We just need the value of the food in that area, in that point.
We need it for the distance. Calculate the weights.
Oh, right. Yeah, because we need to. So we have those positions and those positions.
Oh, no. Come on.
What happened? Crash?
Guess what happened?
Yeah, that's not fun. You didn't get any error message?
No,
Stack
got
trace?
nothing. Just dropped.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting towards 6 minutes towards the end.
Okay, let's see what we can do in 6 minutes. Let's see how much you lost.
11 minutes worth.
Oof.
Oh, that's all right. Back to removing the uglies. It's the wrong graph shape. So first off, these guys are going to go into the solver. Plane point positions. So right now we're back to it's working and doing this. I think it's turning too much, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
More like that to have it give it a big wobbly, smoother.
Yeah, that's better. Nice. Okay.
Anyway, so this mesh has the food on it. This is the point position, so let's pass that up here. And we want a sample closest radius accelerator, which uses our accelerator, which is down here.
And current position goes into that.
Yeah,
not that one.
Not that one. Yeah, this guy.
Yep.
Current position. Let's label it as such. Save. Current position goes into that, and we need to set this up to be a radius of, it doesn't matter as long as it's bigger than the grid size. So 1 for now. That we'll use 3. Cool, and then get from array.
On those, so those are fine.
There's that
Same way
guy.
to get the length of them. So current position. Yeah, that's subtract.
So it should give me an array of 3 lengths.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need length, we can get faster than that. Because it's
Square.
about the, yeah, it's about the difference in them. So I need to sum that. So that gives me all 3 lengths. And then we just divide each of those by the sum, and these will be our weights. Double check that. These should all be between 0 to 1, and they should pretty much add up to 1.
Which is not pulling that.
Ah, I know why. Oh no, I don't know why. Why is that not pulling?
Should be working. It's not finding any points, maybe. Just that'd be odd.
Got a current position. That's fine.
Yeah, I found 0.
Did I plug the mesh into the accelerator? I might have plugged the mesh into the
Probably.
accelerator. I didn't.
That is the accelerator. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to show anything for the accelerator. Are the position? Okay, no, position.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing out of there.
Okay, remove the radius. Let it find whatever.
The max number.
Yeah. Still nothing.
That was it.
Sample for system radius. Okay.
I got data there. I got data there.
Yeah. And we are getting the accelerator, so
Let's just double check that. Looks like we are. Is the accelerator hooked up outside? Yes, otherwise it would not be working, would it?
no disconnected.
That's super weird. Data on this side of the equation. Yeah. This side of the equation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing here. Okay, so
Still 0.
yeah, broken accelerator.
Which, okay, wait, are we connecting the right type of accelerator to it? Point in radius, which accelerator does it use?
What's it?
The closest accelerator. And that's what we're using.
Yeah. Go closest accelerator. Got to be something simple and stupid, dude.
Probably. But everything has data other than that one.
Yeah, this is the data's just not coming out of this. That doesn't want to fan in or anything. Just wants a single position. There's data in that position. That position is the black dot, so it's definitely on the mesh and stuff.
Scrub the timeline. Still 0.
Oh, maybe no. Reset state didn't help. That is so weird. There is definitely quite a few points within that radius. Force it to recalculate itself.
No.
That. And quarter frame. Nah. Oh, holy crap. What's going on?
That is odd.
That's really odd. It should just be able to sample that.
The radius is 1. You run the enable max number. Max number is 3.
That's definitely the current position. Yes.
And we do have value. That's the important thing. Yeah, value's coming in. Takes over.
And that should be being pulled on it going out because there's data going out. Otherwise, it wouldn't move when I press play.
Right.
Oh, what the screaming hell?
Just to make sure it's actually working and we're not doing something stupid, do you want to use the find closest point in radius as is and connect the geometry to it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, just to make sure like we're not doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Just going to build the accelerator every time through, that's all.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, so this should give us something. Yeah, it is. What the hell? Yes. And it is using the closest accelerator and using sample closest radius. Well, that's definitely working. Oh, I see what you did. Just copied it there.
Hey?
You just copied it from the inside the compound.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Try hooking these guys in.
1 max. Okay.
What?
Okay, that's odd.
That's super odd.
All right. It's okay. Let it be slow. For now, we're just gonna use this until we figure out what the hell's happening with that.
Did we find a bug?
Possibly, but why? Maybe it's
Yeah.
broken. Which cut are you using?
You shouldn't. I have to bleep that now. This is release 22.6.
Okay, you don't have to delete anything.
You said the C word.
Right.
Now you're trying to remember which word. All right. So what were we doing here?
So we're just trying
Right.
to find the indices of the points.
Get
Yeah.
those guys and check to see if this is doing stuff.
Which it should. 3, yeah, 0.5.
I just want to
So
check something else. Just to
this
be
is the
smart.
summer, right?
Yep, one. That's weight. Yeah, those are the weights.
Okay.
So those are the weights. So what we have to do now is,
Based on those weights,
well, I need to get
take
the food level array,
which I
which
think
is
we
from
did. No?
this. And we sampled it.
Oh,
Need to get the property.
geo property. Find those indices.
Save. Food level. Type flip.
Get from array.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the other one I used. Yeah. Because I'm lazy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
From
So
array. And yeah, we
subtract from
basically subtract or multiply by those
subtract,
weights.
subtracting it every time we take away
What are we subtracting?
those weights.
Multiplied by 0.5, right? You
Yeah.
wanted to take half
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Yep, that's right. Okay, so now set an array.
Yeah, no. Yes.
With the same indices. Correct. So now set your property.
Hold on, now I need to find my food array.
Good.
This
Thanks.
guy. And then we have to set geoproperty.
Yep.
Food label.
You connected to nice to the wrong one. All right. Yep, that's the geometry. So we're technically updating it there. Now that needs to be feedbacked to the whatever the mesh was.
Object.
Up mesh.
Okay.
All right. So now
Save.
each time it should
Save a version.
right. But now how do we see that color or that path?
Yeah, we'd have to plug this in first.
So
So that guy goes in there. And then these guys go out here. And we go get geo property, food level,
you're trying to take it away from the color.
and it's a float. And then that's what gets plugged into ramp switch.
No, I
It
just see
worked.
something. Yeah. Okay. Let's play.
And then assign diagnostic, except I need this dude. Yeah.
It's gonna use a little bit. Fine. Eh, not that bad.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is try and clean up this shit a bit.
The amount of food that
Disappear. No, I'm basically going to change the number of max points, right?
neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So it
So it
goes a
does
larger
more
area.
of them. It doesn't reset.
That's fine. Just do the feedback port. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. All right, take all the food away. You haven't actually exposed the property yet.
I know.
That's right. Right there. Yeah.
That's more like it.
You need to take away more food. Like, it seems like the weight that we have is still not affecting it as much.
We also need to do something about what happens if it goes off the edge of the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
should
because
go
it's weighted, right? It's taking away all the food multiplied by the weights.
Oh, because right now you're looking, the cone is like too big, like the
That,
distance that it's going to looking
yeah,
for points. Yeah,
that's
you
the
can reduce that.
weights. Sensor distance, we go 1
Yeah, that's good.
back and set the feedback.
Nice. Yeah, this is better. Okay, it's going to get stuck somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm going to do something about that. Get here. Get the whole plane. Choice. Better place for it to start. Like there. She's just going to go straight off the edge again.
Wait, what is it gonna do? Come on, I'm really interested.
You know, I could make it read the field. That way that would just go on forever. But it just goes in the same. It's
Right?
turning. Why is it turning?
Yeah, because it's reading the field. Show it. Where is it? Yeah, it's doing it. It's reading the field.
Bye bye,
Definitely.
little dot. Bye.
Okay, we should so kill it when it doesn't find a point to sample for the
Or we could
color.
just flip it around, make it come in the
Oh,
other
bounce
way.
it. Um, that
No,
wouldn't be organic.
teleport it to here. Yeah, I know. But it's
That's
doing it, man.
that.
It's searching
Yeah,
for
that's cool.
food.
Eating away.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a good place to start. Let's start there.
Oh,
Got a very small turning radius, telling it not to turn that much. Right? If I go back to the solver, it's only turning at 2 degrees. Take it to 6 degrees. See?
that's awesome. Ooh, oh, that's the, no. It's gonna circle. Oh wow, it did it. Nice.
Yeah,
Love it. Don't go out. Ah, all right.
I'm out.
All right. Okay. There's another thing we can do actually. If it
Well, we
actually,
can't do because we're out of time.
right.
That's 2 hours. So I think this is going to be a part two because I'm enjoying this. This is good.
Yeah, this was fun.
We got some good shit done today. I think.
Oh, this is pretty good. It's awesome. Just one question. How are we gonna make it eat all the food? Because right now it's still not eating all the food because we waited it.
Yeah. Now it's going in a circle. Look at that.
Now it's gonna break the circle. So yeah, there we go. All right, it's gonna go up.
It was cool though.
That was cool.
So I'm going
And
to
I think
just
we have
try a
a
couple other things before we go, since we're not going to do any. Save it. Save a copy of it. Um, change the sensor distance to small, 0.5.
mhm.
Change the sensor angle to something more like 20, so it's narrower. Let's see what that does.
Ooh, you
Because I
scared me.
want it to cross its own trail and see how it's avoiding its own trail. See what I mean? It's going
Yeah,
round and round the trail. That's great. That's cool.
yeah. But when it gets to the corner, extend the frames. Yeah, I'm really interested now. No, nice.
That's interesting. So it's
Yeah,
actually reacting to what's already there. That's cool.
there we go. Yes,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Let's see what it does. Ah,
Swings in towards the highest concentration of food.
let it go. Make it 5,000 frame or something. Just let it run. That's cool.
It's always like it's fairly accurate to its own path. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's neat.
that is very cool. I'm wondering what's gonna do now.
Now that's
We're
starting to
still trying to.
seriously deplete its food supply.
Yep. At some point, it should go to the other pool.
Dude, we made a reverse. There we
There.
go. We made a reverse lawn mowing simulator.
Wait, what happened to it? Where'd it go?
It's left the
Why?
building again.
Okay. Yeah, we really need to fix that. But that's pretty cool. Also, we should fix this so we don't have to reset every single time.
Yeah, we can do that next time because we are out of time. That is the BF120 for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, man. This is we've had two good ones in a row now.
Increase the point count. I'm just.
What do you mean? Like you want to put more points in there?
Yeah. Like point counts on the taking away the food. So the larger area removes the food.
Okay.
No, that's craziness.
You know what else? I think I can give you what else you want to.
Like 5 or something, because it's a multiplier, right? Yeah, that's more like it. Maybe it's more. Yeah, there we go.
Getting rid of a lot of it.
Yeah, so it doesn't go back on itself ever. Well, what did you
Pardon?
know?
Oh, came
Oh,
back.
it
No, no,
avoided
no, no.
it.
Oh, come on, come
Oh,
on.
come on.
Ta-ta!
Ah, larger angle.
Yeah,
That will fix it.
15 degrees. Go.
There we go. Fixed it. It came back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
Bye. I love playing with agents. It's so much fun. It's just
Randomize the position and go somewhere else.
maybe start it somewhere in closer to the middle like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yep, follow the highest, well, the hottest place.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Hey, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Making us some it's mowing the lawn, dude.
Nice.
It's mowing the lawn with the it's mowing the choicest grass first. No, it had no choice, so it went up its own path, which had leavings in it, right?
Yep, still have some food in them left. So there we go. Yeah,
You know what?
it's gonna go up. Yeah, that's right. Now it's gonna go left. Come on, go
No,
left.
because there was still a lot of food in the middle there, right?
Okay, don't run off. Don't run off.
Bye.
But
Oh, that's neat.
that's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Wait, is it 3 hour video or what are we
Two,
doing?
two. We can't just watch this for 3 hours, Aslan.
I can.
I'll send you the file, like I always do.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So I think we'll finish this up next week, right?
Yes, yes, we should keep
Okay,
doing it.
one more time, just one.
I doubt it. We're gonna be doing it another couple of times.
You reckon?
Oh yeah, look at that. Can you
Oh, that's
completely kill the food? Like do the multiplier by like 100 so it doesn't go on its own
it'll
path
go negative.
ever.
It'll go negative,
Hmm.
but I can, yes.
Yes, this I don't want to happen because still some food left, right? I want it to go back down.
Yeah, but don't forget that the food is going to dissipate as well. So it's going to blur out and it's going to fade away a bit. Right? You see what I mean?
Right.
Don't go thinking this is the final at this point. All right, so 50.
50. Yes.
This should knock it right out. It is. Reset. Play.
There we go. Nope.
No, it's look, it's steering away from its own path.
Yeah. There we go.
That's what it should be doing.
Okay. Larger angle will help it a lot.
How much angle are we talking here?
Let's see what it does.
So
What do
it's
we have?
eaten all of
20?
the, it's going to go for that one and then it's going to go off screen.
No, it's not
Oh,
gonna go off screen. It's gonna bounce back. If you make the angle large enough, it will bounce back for sure. There we go. Okay, don't run off. Don't embarrass me. I know. That's cool. Okay. There we go.
yeah. It's eating all the food.
Yep, still haven't gone off.
Still have to make it poop.
Okay.
And time for a new
So,
island.
yeah, there we go. Just gonna loop.
This
Yep,
thing's your baby now, isn't
it is. I love it. More frames.
it? Fine.
You know, in the 90s, those screensavers for Windows,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could watch it for hours. That's the same.
You could watch it for hours. I'm not sure about me.
Yeah, you had better things to do at that point. I didn't.
Yeah. I had kids at that point.
Oh God.
Bye.
No, no,
Oh.
no.
See ya.
Oh, ah, it was doing so good. Nice.
So you went, okay, last one. All
Okay,
right.
okay, all right.
Last one, but you want to increase the feedback, the turn angle?
Yep, 30.
Full
45.
45.
Sure. Why
Go.
not? It will not get off the geometry. I guarantee you.
Okay. You want to put some money on that?
No, no money. Another 2 hours of video.
No. 2 hours next week.
All right. Oh, look at that. Almost painting.
Yeah.
Okay, what's gonna happen? There we go.
So
Ah, yeah. I like this
I
one.
think once we've got once we've got it leaving poop for its friends to eat, and once we've got it the background like blurring and dissipating, which we can use median blur for, would work. Then we can unleash 1,000 particles in here and try and work out why that sample closest wasn't working.
Oh yeah, that we have to look into. Oh,
Yeah,
got confused.
yeah. There's nothing in there. It's all zero. We haven't told it what to do.
Hmm. See, that's where the thing comes in.
What
If
thing?
we actually predetermine like pools and say like if there's
Oh, does this
nothing to
count as
eat,
going off?
no,
Oh,
it's
does it?
coming back. It's coming back.
Ah!
Yeah. Yes, I win. I win.
You should have put some money on it. But then we're not out of frames yet, are we? I love that Bifrost can do this. I
Look at
really
that.
do.
That's beautiful. Okay, now it's confused.
Probably a little confused. You're confused.
Yeah, happens.
Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh,
See, the
oh,
good thing is like
oh.
it doesn't run off.
Yeah.
Keeps coming back.
Well, we got all the way to 2,000 frames.
Well, what are you waiting for? Add more. Wait, how did it jump there?
I don't know.
Okay, that was a
Don't care right now. It's mesmerizing.
fluke.
Oh, you went back to its starting position. That's why. How long do you think it would take to eat the whole screen?
I don't know. Let's find out. 5 hours
Yeah,
later.
basically what it's doing, if all of the sensors are reporting the same value, is it's just taking the first one, which should mean it should go in a straight line. So maybe there's some residual values in there. You know what I mean? See? Well,
Yeah,
sometimes
no
it goes
idea.
in a straight line. I think there might be some residual food values in there that we can't see.
Right.
Tiny amounts, you know. But it doesn't look like The Last of Us yet, but it's getting there.
This by itself is amazing.
I'm glad you like it.
Really fun.
Yeah. Cool, man. All right. Next week.
Next
I'll,
week? Oh, wait, wait. Oh, yep. Okay, don't run off. Yep.
how do I stop recording? More? Stop
That's the
recording. All
question.
right. Bye.